Now, there's one more thing that you can do with shared drives that you can't do with a Google My Drive. And that is that you can set settings on these shared drives. And they've got a couple of really cool settings. Oh, no worries, Daniel. Cheers. So if you right click on a shared drive and you go to shared drive settings, you'll see here a bunch of cool options pop up. Now, I'm on the training drive at the moment. Now, look at this. Allow people outside of itGenius to access files. Well, that one I would probably want to untick on the exec one, right? So that basically means that any of my executive documents within that folder can't be shared out of the organization. So by default, something sitting in a shared drive is limited to the people who can access the shared drive. But a file within the shared drive can actually have its own permissions set. And you'll see here, the second tick box is what dictates whether or not people can share it outside the shared drive. So the first tick box here is, can I share files outside the organization? The second tick box is, can I share them outside the shared drive? I would suggest if you've got a folder for finance, and that's got things like payroll in there, and that's the management only level folder, you would even untick this second one here and say, no one outside the shared drive permissions group can access these files. And that basically locks it down. Very, very cool settings there. Now, where would this also be useful? Well, maybe, let me go ahead and have a look here. All team. I would probably say all team folder. I'd probably untick this one. Anyone who's not in the shared drive is not able to access this. That would stop someone from sharing files with clients individually, one-on-one. If you're a business and you share a lot of files with your clients, I'd probably set up a separate shared drive and call it like client files, right? If you're like an accounting firm or a bookkeeping firm or doing some consulting and you're doing a lot of collaboration with your customers, I'd set up one called client files. Again, you would choose the correct permissions and the correct permissions groups for that. But you may choose to share that with your clients. You may even choose to share the whole team drive with your clients if you want. We've got some businesses who will create one team drive per client. That's a really smart way of doing that. You would create a team drive and you would say client files and then client name, and you would share that with the client. Now, if you want to be lazy, yeah, sure, you can share it with the client's email address, but you know, if you want to be smart about it, you would still at least use your group-based permissions for your internal staff access to that client file. But we're getting a little bit in the weeds there. Okay, let's go back and look at our permissions. Shared drive settings. So we right-click the shared drive, we go to shared drive settings. Cool. So allow content managers to share folders. That's just another little permission there. Do you want to allow people to share a folder so they can share a whole folder in one go? This one I love. Very useful for the training drive. You want to untick that baby on the training drive. Allow viewers and commenters to download, print, and copy files. This does not stop somebody stealing your IP. They can take a screen recording, they can screenshot. There's plenty of ways for them to access whatever you've got in that shared drive and get a copy of it. But this makes it a real pain in the butt if someone wants to try and rip off the whole business and copy every single file one by one. It would take them a long time. So that just basically stops them from making a copy of the files or downloading the files. If you want to protect people from, you know, accidentally downloading a file to their computer, leaving it on their computer in their lounge room that doesn't have a password on it, and 3 different people use it, and their teenage kids get on it and watch some porn and download a malware virus to the computer, and then all of a sudden your profit and loss statement or your wages or your bank payment file or something has been sucked up by a third-party actor. That's how it happens. It's, you know, very, very innocent that these things happen. This is where you may choose on your finance shared drive, as an example, that no one's allowed to download or print or copy the files, as an example.